What's going on, internet? My name's MFluffler, and welcome to my very first team builder, where I'm going to try and discuss the teams I brought to the February 2017 International Challenge and the Premier Challenge that I went to here in Indianapolis in February as well. Both the teams are very similar, so I decided to lump these two both together because it kind of made sense to have the discussion about both of them, seeing as only one Pokemon was changed. So first up, as you can see, we're doing the International Challenge team first, so let's dive right ahead and take a look at the Garchomp, which is a jolly rough skin ground demon Z, rocking Fire Fang, Earthquake Fire Fang, put in Poison Jab and Protect. My thoughts being Earthquake Stab, ground demon Z, duh, who's not running a Garchomp with Earthquake on it these days. Fire Fang mostly for Celesteela's, I opted to, and Kartana's opting to run that over a Rock Slide, and then I had Poison Jab on there for the odd Tapu Bulus, Tapu Lele's, Tapus in general, not named Tapu Koko. And it actually worked out quite well, as picking up some knockouts throughout the time, especially on Mimikyu's breaking disguises and whatnot. It was actually fairly useful, and Protect as usual, always decent move to have on there. Things I kind of learned about Garchomp, gets outspeed by a little Ninetales pretty badly, but other than that, Garchomp did fairly well, I would say. Very good Pokemon overall. Next up, we're going to go to the Magnezone, 252 HP, 252 special attack, extra 4 I think in defense. Modest running the Magnet Pool with an Air Balloon, rocking Protect, Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt, and Hidden Power Ice. Thought being with Magnet Pull maybe being able to trap some Celesteelas. I saw 0 Celesteelas, so in the grand scheme of things, it really didn't work out all that well. The Air Balloon also, I didn't really get to use that as much as I wanted to, per se, being able to Earthquake next to the Garchomp. I think the one time I did Earthquake next to Magnezone, and I didn't Protect that turn. The Air Balloon was down, but I was able to pick up a knockout. I believe it was on the Arcanine in the Premier Challenge. So it did fairly well. Hidden Power Ice came through quite a few times. Thunderbolt, big problems I had with Magnezone being, I don't know, it just didn't, I think it would have done better had I had maybe a little more bulk, especially special defensive bulk, especially to take on the Ninetales, specifically in game 1 of the top cut of the Premier Challenge. But other than that, I feel like I could have used maybe a better electric type. Trying to go a little gimmicky with the Magnet Pull. But I don't know. Really didn't have problems, and it had its advantages. It was kind of a meh Pokemon to have on the team. Now we're gonna go to the probably my MVP is Neoligo. 252 special attack, 252 speed, 4 in HP, timid, beast boost, and choice scarf, rocking Power Gem, Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Ice, and Protect. The number of times Neoligo came through in the clutch, especially this one, was unheard of. It was able to Oko, Tapu Lele. Hold on. I think I'm saying that. I think I got the right Tapu, because let me make sure. Yes, Tapu Lele. I was right. It was fairly decent. It was awesome. Who am I kidding? Sludge Bomb coming through several times, picking up a poison on Ninetales twice in game 2 and 3 of the second match of the Premier Challenge. Choice Scarf and Timid allowed me to outspeed Choice Scarf Tapu Lele's, and pick up knockouts with Sludge Bomb, which was a guaranteed knockout, which was great. It had some special bulk. It could take several Scalds from Milotic. Didn't do so well on the physical side of things. but overall, I'd say very good Pokemon to have on this team. Fit very well in. And then Gyarados next up. Gyarados Adamant, Intimidate with a Waterium Z, rocking Ice Fang, Dragon Dance, Waterfall, and Protect, 252 attack, 252 speed, extra 4 in defense. This is great to have the Intimidate support, just to kind of check physical attackers. I only remember setting up Dragon Dance once. I think that was kind of not taking risks enough, and when I actually set it up twice, once successfully, once I should have attacked and tried to get a knockout onto one of the Pokemon, and instead I kind of got burned by Ninetales in the top cut of the Premier Challenge. But overall, I like Gyarados. Maybe in the future I'd like to see a little more bulk on it, just to be able to take hits better. It didn't take Blizzards incredibly well, but I mean, it's a neutral hit from a little Ninetales spread damage, but I mean, still, it's kind of do I really think, I don't know, maybe in the future, maybe trying to rock Earthquake on this just as a surprise tech move, either for going Protect or maybe even Dragon Dance. But the ability to set up and having that threat of being able to set up was kind of big, especially in the face of another Intimidator. But I did manage to pull off Waterium Z. I think I used that more over the course of that weekend than I did the Groundium Z, and it was a fairly decent water. Water's an okay typing. No real chance of me getting caught with any kind of immunities, except for, say, like Gastrodon or things like that. But I don't think I saw many Gastrodons, so it wasn't that much of a problem. So let's move on to our next Pokemon of the kind of the core 5, which is Hariyama. Impish Guts with the Assault Vest, rocking Fake Out, Poison Jab, Feint in close combat. Hariyama, fairly bulky, but I will say it wasn't really able to put on that much offensive pressure. Close combat really wasn't doing much, especially being Stab. Poison Jab, it was able to do some things. Feint, I think, was Feint and Fake Out were probably two of the best move choices that Hariyama had, just because it was able to feint into Protects. I think it came in clutch 1 or 2 times, and I was really glad I had it. Feint's a great move, being able to hit through a Protect, and I was actually able to catch, I think, someone's Arcanine on a Protect, and she ended up Earthquaking into it, knocking out the Arcanine, which was pretty darn funny, and I think Hariyama held on at the end of there. Fire department going by my window over there. Sorry about that. So yeah, I think the biggest issue I had with Hariyama was that it didn't put on enough offensive pressure, and especially on the special side of things, even with the Assault Vest, it really, I don't know if it just didn't feel bulky enough, or I guess not necessarily bulky enough, but it just wasn't putting on that much of an offensive threat. So this brings us up to the last and final member of our squad. Here's the Alolan Marowak. Adamant, rocking the Lightning Rod and the Citrus Berry, teching Bone Moraine, Shadow Bone, Protect, and Flare Blitz. So I think with just kind of my final thoughts on this team is it really did lack a solid fire type, and just having that offensive pressure, say, or even the defensive pressure with Intimidate support of an Arcanine. I mean, Marowak was great. It kind of shielded the Gyarados from being hit with Thunderbolts. Kind of put on that pressure saying, you can't touch me, you're going to have to go for Dazzling Gleam, especially if there was a Tapu Koko. But realistically, it just didn't do much, and it not enough offense or defensive, just kind of either between like being able to wall things. I mean, it did wall electric types, but not enough, and the electric types that were there normally could find a way to get around the Alolan Marowak. Also, I don't think Citrus Berry was the smartest idea, but I kind of didn't have enough items in my bag. So, of what I did have, I thought this would be the best, because I didn't want to put, I could have put leftovers, thinking about, I don't think I had leftovers at this point. I could have put leftovers on it, but I was just like, do I really want to put leftovers on this thing? Citrus Berry might be more useful. I think it procced a grand total of once. So, it didn't really do much good. But in the future, changes I think I would have made, I probably would have ran an Arcanine instead with maybe a special variant, especially defensive with Intimidate, either Heat Wave or Flamethrower, Protect, Will-O-Wisp, and that last move slot, Snarl, or possibly Extreme Speed, and I could always play around with what kind of combination I wanted there. But seeing specially defensive, I don't know, it's kind of the Arcanine, I don't know, we'll see. I think that's what I want to try and bring to my next team if I get the opportunity to. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the next team, which is for the Premier Challenge, and the first 5 Pokemon stay the same, and the only difference is we have the Ninetales here, rocking Aurora Veil, Freeze Dry, Moonblast, Protect, Timid, Snow Warning with a Focus Sash. Able to outspeed Garchomp, as you can see, is 177 speed compared to 174, 3 points outspeeding a Jolly Garchomp. And Freeze Dry is able to OHKO a Garchomp, Jolly Garchomp with no investment, so that was good to know. So my thoughts being is I really wanted to run the Aurora Veil just to kind of like improve the staying power, because my Mons really didn't have a lot of defensive bulk behind it. It was very almost hyper offensive, and the ones that were bulky didn't really have staying power. So the Aurora Veil was thought being, let's try and give my Mons more of a chance to survive more, and I think I got that up a grand total of once, and that game was really important that I actually won a speed tie with another Ninetales, because he would have been able to encore me into Aurora Veil as opposed to me getting off the Freeze Dry that turn. Now, that being said, Freeze Dry next slot move, I decided against going with the Blizzard, even though it would be 100% accurate in the hail, and it would be highly unlikely that people would be running another Weather Setter as a Politoed or a Sandstreamer, although Sand has picked up with the use of Gigalith, but I don't really think I saw that much, especially just kind of looking at the makeup of my team. Gigalith doesn't really do well against this team, so I wasn't too concerned about that. In Politoed, with the amount of electric attacks running around, it's not exactly kind of their Politoed or Pelipper. So that being said, the Freeze Dry doesn't work really well against water types, and was kind of a great just like surprise, look at what I'm rocking instead of Blizzard. Came especially in handy against Tapu not Tapu Koko, but Tapu Fini. I should remember that. It's been a long day, and I have other things I have to learn about. Got a test on Wednesday, which is tomorrow after this video goes up. Came in real handy against that. Also would have been quite effective against Gyarados, quite effective against Gastrodon. I didn't see any Gastrodons though. Still quite effective against Garchomp. So it was really, really good to have on there, and it did its job, to say the least. Moonblast also on there. I think I did not, might have used that a few times against Mucks and stuff. Probably just the Mucks, but didn't use that all that much. Protect, obviously, I use that quite a bit. I'm just trying to preserve the sash and kind of protect things off. So now I'm going to move into kind of my overall thoughts on this team. Big weakness on this team was, especially if you watch the Top Cut Premier Challenge, go ahead and check that out. I'm going to link the playlist to both of the Premier Challenge and the International Challenge in the description down below. I gotta remember to do that. But kind of, if you saw that last battle, you saw my team get run over by the the Metagross, and getting the Metagross Ninetales combination. You saw, because Ninetales was able to outspeed Garchomp, there was no way for Garchomp to reliably get off an Earthquake off against the Metagross and actually stick around. And then the Ninetales being Focus Sashed and not being able to stick around in the face of the Magnezone was out there too. But the Hammer Arm threat from the Metagross was a real problem, and especially Meteor Mash with on the Metagross too is a big threat to the Neoligo. The Metagross Ninetales combination did a pretty penny to my team. The only two that really kind of did okay were the Gyarados and the Hariyama, but the Hariyama was threatened by a Moonblast from the Ninetales. Gyarados didn't like taking blizzards either, and the Dragon Dance on that in the second battle really did hurt. I tried to get just anything off on it. Didn't end up working out for me in the end, but I mean, in the future, do I think Ninetales has a place on the team? I don't know. Probably a fire type would have suited me much better in that match, but I mean, I like being able to outspeed Garchomps reliably, barring a Scarf, which is still out there, but I don't think I saw one Choice Scarf Garchomp out there, so it was nice. But having the Neoligo with the Hidden Power Ice and being able to OHKO that anyway was kind of made it a moot point. So, well, I'm okay with how I did, but I think Ninetales, maybe swapping it out for an Arcanine would have suited better. But it is what it is, and I'm fairly pleased with what I did in both tournaments. I think the International Challenge got like 13,000 out of almost over 100,000 people, and I mean, I only played like 8 matches because I needed to back out of that so I could kind of get the team all ready and do a little testing with Ninetales. But I mean, I finished, I don't remember. Go ahead and check out those videos in the description down below if you want to see what I went. But I was fairly pleased with that, seeing as that was my first real VGC 2017 kind of experience, and I really like the format in general, and I'm kind of looking forward to building more teams and going about, I don't know, competing in it. So hopefully I'll be able to make it out to more Premier Challenges. It might be tough, especially just with school and everything going on, so we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna not make it to Nationals, which I'm kind of disappointed, but I'll probably go anyway since it's right down the road from my place. But anyway, I really enjoy this season. I hope you'll stick around, come back and watch me do some more battling and learning. But I'm trying to think, I might be able to get a video up. It would probably be later in the day on Wednesday, if that. And then I'm going out of town Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm probably going to bulk record quite a bit, and we'll just take it by ear, and hopefully I'll be able to have more content out on the channel. I mostly do this for fun when I can, but I don't know, I kind of like doing it. It's kind of fun. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Remember, go ahead and check out the 2 playlists linked down in the video description. Those have all the battles that I've done so far, and then come back out and watch me battle more. Thank you very much for watching this kind of rambling team builder. My first attempt. I'll try and get a little better next time. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.